1, 2, 3, 4.
Cosa pesa cosa nyoso nyoso liza ho African Youth Inventions Creation invention perfection Exigence one condition pass the tempo.
Good day. Welcome to African Youth Invention, the AYI Training Center. I'm Emery Lukombo. I will be discussing about PowerPoint on class 3, which is covered in video 3. On this video, we will be discussing about transition tab, insert tab, view tab, and one project. The project will more benefit more any learner or who want to work like for a graphic designer, a customer service, and then the sales associate. This PowerPoint video courses composed of 6 videos. The last video has 2 parts, part A and part B. Go to file, I'll select a blank document. So I want to go first to insert new slide. A new slide is the same thing like when you're at the home as discussed on the previous video. So you can create a new slider from here. The same also, you can also go to insert. You can also insert blank slider, and then I have a blank slider selected. And the second one is a table. So I can add a table. It is select here, and then this first group it's called a columns. And then this is a row. So I have 1 column, second column, and third column, fourth column, and fifth column. 5 columns, but only 1 row. So I'm gonna go down here, second row, 3, 4, and 5 row. And once you select, and then it's gonna give you the view of the table. Now, whenever you enter the table, it will give you 2 new tabs. It's called a design and the layout. Now the layout allowed you to format your table. I can come here and then make a grid line. I can delete the table, or I can insert a new row above. Like you can see, I got the 5 row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I want to insert a new row, I will select here, and then you can see I insert a new row above. I can insert a new row on below, and the same thing here. I got 5 columns. I can insert left columns, or I can insert the right columns, and then I have more columns. I can merge a cell. Let's say I tap Monday here, I'll highlight this and then I merge it. So if I go back to home, I can put my Monday in the center. Now this Monday, it's covered these two columns. Like I can come here, if I go back here, so I don't want to merge this one, I can use a split. I will highlight this bottom here, and then come here and split the cell. I can say how many columns I want on this. I can say I want 2 columns or 3 columns and 1 row, or I can also put 2 row, 2, and I say okay, and then I can split. I got 1, 2, 3 columns, so I can put this thing in the center. Height, so I can make it bigger. So if I select, you will see it's making it bigger and making it smaller. And this is going to be a width. The width, it's going to be my row. I can go to row, bigger row, and make it smaller. So I want this to be in the center, on the right, on the left, on the middle, on top, on the bottom. So mostly I like to put these 2 to look beautiful, depending on what you're doing. And here I can change my text direction. I can put my direction on the other direction. But now if I put like this, I need to increase my height here so it can fit. Yeah, so that's the way, or I can bring back to any direction I want. And the same thing here, you can also put the layout, and this is we'll discuss much on the other. And on the design, what you can do, you can just choose the color. Like here, I can say I don't want the header. You can see the header is gone. I can leave the header. I want the total row. I want the bonded row. I can remove the bonded. You can see I got the bond, different colors. And this one you can fit the columns. I can remove, I can last columns, change the color, and then the bond column, you will see it's changing. You only put the columnative bond, but otherwise no color. And from here, you can just choose a design. If I come here, I can choose different design of my view that you want to do. It's up to you. You can design what you want to do. And this one, you can choose the color on specific area. Like if I go here, I can put my design back. Put something like, and here you can choose background color, and here you can add a border. You will see here I can select all the borders, so I have all the lines. I can go use this one and add another line here, or add another line from here, something like this. If I don't want this, I use the eraser. I remove this, I can remove this, so you can create a funny table depending on what you want to do. I can call this January. I will go to 4 week. I can call like this, so I will call here. I say week 1. I can say week 1, and then I'll call here week 2, and I can say week 3. So you go back to design, you can use this and then say I want my week 2 to have this line, and I don't want this line, I want this to be like this, I want this to be like this. So I can use this and delete this line. And this one you can just choose type of line, like if you want to have a dot line, I can put a dot line like this. If I want to have maybe the thicker the line, I can choose the size like this here, and it's gonna be more bigger, and I can change here to straight line. And this is all of the size. You can choose the color of your line. If I want it to be a green, I'll put like this, it's gonna be green, and that's what you can do. You can choose the color of line. Whenever you use this one here, if you're drawing a line, you must go put back. Like if I use a eraser, I can erase this line, and I'll go put back. The same thing if when I draw this one here, I draw the line here, and I'll go put back. And the same thing here. So if I want to change the style, I'll come here by styles. So I'll come here, I say use this style. I highlight this. I can also go here, I can say I want them to look like this, like this. So you choose the style of your table, or what I can put something like this. I can call this February, and I will go here, so I can choose. So now that's what you can use on tables. So I'm gonna go back to insert, go to second layout. On the second layout, you got the image. The first one, the picture, it's going to take it on your computer. So I can come here and select this image and then insert it. Whenever you enter the image, you also got a new tab which called a format. To shorten the video, we will cover this format tab on the other video. I'm going to go back to insert again, and then you can also set the image from online. You need to make sure you got internet connection, because it's going to take you online. And then you can set any image, like I can say I want to find like maybe Rihanna. You'll find here, whenever you tap the star name and I give you images, and you select any image. Like if I select any image like this here, it's gonna insert any image. So you can modify it, go to all this setting up. Now that's what you can do it. And this one you can say a screenshot. What is screenshot? If you look here, I have a Microsoft Word open here. So I'm gonna go back to my PowerPoint. Now go to insert, select the screenshot, and I have this Microsoft Word screenshot. So that's what the screenshot does. Follow up and insert here, it's an album photo. You can create a new album photo. Select a new album, a fill from a disk or from a new textbook. So I can come here and then go look for images. Select all these images. And then I will choose a new box, this, and say create. And I have created album. You can also go to album and then edit your album. And from your album, you can say I want to fit 2 pictures in one slider, and then say update. And then you can see I got 2 pictures in one slider. You can come here and modify, give it in the name of your album. I will go back again to edit the photo album. So I will come here, I can say make it a round rectangular. I will say update. Here I change the image to round rectangular. If you don't like this background, you can go to your design as discussed in the previous video, and then go to formatting, and then change this. Each slider can have different background as discussed on the previous video. If you select an image like this, I can go to format, and then you see the format here, which I didn't discuss here. You can choose different view of the image of it. Look what I do now here. And you can also come on this side here, picture change. You can change how you want to look a picture, everything. That's what you can do. And this is the same thing. You can change the height of your image. I can make it smaller like this, or make it bigger. I can also make the width, make it bigger. You can crop. This is the crop. If you don't want to view an area, like I don't want to view here, so I'll crop it like this and I'll delete everything inside it. So you select any image and this will come, and you can change, you can create a line. I can go to weight, make it bigger, and then I'll come here, and then I'll come here, change the color of my line, and then I can also go back to here and create effect, change the bevel, my image, or make anything nice you want to do. To the mind of a JIT album, if when I have 4 pictures in one, I'll update. I'll have 4 pictures in one. Now I have a less slider. Like this size is too small, so I can go to format and format this because I want to have the same size, maybe resize like this, so that it can look nice. Like this is look small because I did crop it, and have the same image. So you can go edit your images. Now that is a benefit for insert photo album. I'm gonna go to insert, and we use a shape. You can come here as discussed on the previous video. You can insert any shape. So whenever I have insert a shape, I select it. There's a new tab, it's called format, and then to give me another block. You see here, I can edit a shape or I can edit a text. So I want to edit a shape, I will say edit. So from here, I can change this shape to the way I want it. So I can say I want to put this to change material to have something like this, and then I move it to the position. And that's one of the ways to make the shape nice. And then I can also go back to set other thing nice, like here, and then I will turn it back like this. Now this is when I do like this. That's when I go to format. If I want this thing to be on bottom, I will come here and say send back way, and it's gonna be on the back side. And from here I can change this color. You can change the color, what color you want to look, and so you can put a line. If you want to put a line, you can change different color of line. That's what you can do on. And if you go back to the insert again, you will see I got icon here. This icon will take me online and then give me different group of symbols. You can come here, select this here, and look for any specific symbol that you want to use. I need a people, and I'll use this one, and they select what I want, and then I'll insert. Now you will understand what I will do about this later. I'm gonna go back to insert, and then the other one is a 3D model. So if I select it like this, from the file or from online, if I select it from online and look for any 3D model, I can put I want a car in, select, and then insert. 3D give you a different view of anything you want to do. Like I can come here, you will see it give me a new tab. I can choose any different position that I want to put my cars or whatever. You can get different images on that 3D mode. A smart chart. Come here and then say insert a smart chart. If I want to present a company, like I can come here, choose this one here, smart chart. I can say class 1 or class 2. You give instruction of what will happen. Class 5. Now, so I can come here and you can modify it. You select it. There's a new tab. The design tab. The design tab, you can use this, or the format tab is where you change the color, like the same thing like images. You can just change the text with text you want. Better, you can choose the height, and also you got this. You can also change the other form like we discussed on the previous video. The image, if you want to change this, you can come here. You can change different color like on a chart, because there's a chart. You can also go to a line, change the line, the weight of line, and then you can also change the color of whatever you want to do. Now that's a benefit of this one here. On the design, you can change the view design, so you can change, but if I start here, but you need to go change again to the format, change the line color. I can put it red, and I can go change it to bigger size. Then I can say on class 1 we will discuss about maybe like introduction of PowerPoint. Introduction of PowerPoint. In class 2 or what are and the other stuff, everything, and that's what you can do. You can modify it in the presentation. I'm gonna go here and duplicate this layer. So on this one, I don't want this, I delete. And lastly, on insert tab on this video is a chart. Watch the Excel video so you can understand better about this one. But if you're using a PowerPoint, you just choose which type of chart that you want to display on your presentations. So I can say I want to use a pie, but I'll use this simple one. If you watch Excel video, you understand more better than what I'm going to discuss here, because it's not take it to Excel. I'll use the columns and I'll say okay. Now from Excel, you can replace this, like I can say mango, and I can call this orange, and I can call this, and then maybe banana, and when I come here, I call this maybe Monday. I put this as day, Tuesday, and Wednesday. You can say here how much mango do you sell on Monday. We sell maybe 10, and then we sell maybe 5, we sell maybe 6. So once you finish, you just close here, and then it now shows you everything about the chart. From here you can modify other stuff, lines, filtering. You can say no line. You can come here, modify everything here. Now the transition, it's allowed you to transit from one step to the slide. So all I need to do, I need to choose any type of transition here. So you go to different group, a subtitle, exciting, and then a dynamic. I'll apply one on subtitle here. I'll apply like push up. And on this one here, I will go and then I'll select on exciting. And then on this slide, of maybe one of the last group here. And then on this one here, I will apply maybe something like this. Whenever you apply a transitions, you will see there's a star symbol, which means this have a transition here. I can select like this here, and I'll go to none. To my transition and none, and I remove, you can see the stars gone, so there's no more transition here. But if I press here and then I'll go choose in transition, and then there's a transition. I'm gonna go to slideshow. If I press like this, it's gone. If I press 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 this, it's gone. Now on this go, what this called effect options. If you look now here, I can choose this one. I can choose all of them to go to one direction. So I will come here. I will say I want all of this slider to push over. So I will say push like this. But the direction is this. So I will choose the direction. You can see here, I can say no, from down way, or from up, from left way. Now this is what the purpose of this. So I will go to this one here. I will choose a comb, and I will come here by my comb and I choose now horizontally or vertically. That's the sign. And then this one, it's when you decide now here, whenever this is happening, I want them to come for sound. You will. So whenever I press this, you can choose different sound here. I can choose a camera sound. So if you go to slideshow, I say clank, it's gonna come with a sound. That's what it does. And then on this one here, I can choose a duration. How long I want this movement from here to here must last. I can say last from 0.75. So I can say from here I choose this. If I press here, I may choose like vertical horizontally. More duration, and then I say go to this, look how slow is it, and I'll put more seconds. I'll play it again, maybe very slow. Now that's the duration of your transition. How long do you want that thing to happening? Let's say if I say I apply. This is going to apply to all the sliders. So there's no sound, but the duration is 6. Now, if I go to slideshow, look how long it's going to take, because my transition are very slow. And then I go to the second one, 2, and I say apply to all. It's going to apply to all the sliders. So now if I go to here, you see how fast is it? Now everything I'm doing currently now here, I'm manually. So I'm using left to move back way. Look, I use the right and I use the exit to go back to go in my design. This is the right to go next, and this is the left to go back way. Like there's your exit to get out. So I go to slider show and I press right, and then exit, I'm out. And I can apply timing. If I say it's on mouse, which means everything it's work on the click button. So I can also go presentation, the same thing, you press a click button, you're going back, but to going next. But to go back, you must use your key button and exit. Now I want to avoid this one, that I'm going to use what we call after. So I'm going to clear this and say after. Now after, it's like you telling this one here, you say you must work for 1 minute and then after he must come. So you can set your time here, how long do you want to last. This is the second. So I can just put all of them the same. I'm going to put 7 and apply to all, and then I'm going to go run them. You see that I go 3 seconds, go to 1 second, and I say apply to all, and then I'm going to run this. Look how fast it's going to be. It's to become more faster. Less than 1 second, and I say apply to all. Then I'm going to go run them. Now from here, I'm going to delete everything. You can create with a graphic design. Okay, don't get confused on what I did now. All I did, I just create a new slider. I say new slider, and after new slider, I went to insert and set different form here, and then also select and go to format and choose the color I choose. I choose a black here as well, and I went to a line. I changed the weight of the line and the color of the line, and then I just change different shape. That's what I did now here. But what I do now, I'm gonna go to transition. I'm gonna go to phase 1 and apply a morph. Now whenever I apply the morph, and then you will see there's a fun thing. Then I'll put after. Let me put it 1 second. I'll put 1 second. Say enter. Then I apply that morph to all of them. I say apply to all. So this and this will apply to this or this one. So I remove off. I'll use after. Now apply. So I just choose to be object. So you will see if you select here, you have the same thing here, you have the same thing here, and then you have the same. I select here, I'm going to go to what we call a selection pan. I press here, and then it display me what's happening here. So what I'll do now here, I'm going to give all these items the same name. And I'll go to selection pan and I rename it. I'll come here, tap twice here, and then call it maybe with the name Bob. I'll go for the second one again, and also Bob. Now to avoid repeating, I can just come here, copy this, copy, and go for the third one. I just come here, press here twice, and then just paste that name, enter, and I go to the same thing, the last one, I press twice, and then enter. So go minimize my duration of the effect, and then I'll say apply to all, and then run it. You see how fast my duration, and like if I go to slideshow here, set up a slideshow, then I'll come here, then I will say loop continually, and I say okay. Now if I go to run, this will keep on running until I press exit my key button. I can also put my background different color. I will select here, I'll go to design, and from design I'm gonna go to format, and then I'll put different color background. I'll put the blue, and then look what will happen. And then I'm gonna go also to here, I'll put maybe a nice red color. Now that's the first part, the section. So I'll go section 1. Now I'll go for section 2, add a section, and I'll call section 2. I'll add a new blank slider. We go back to insert, and then I'm gonna insert icons. I'm gonna go to people. I'm gonna insert this 1, 2, and 3. So what I'll do now here, I will make them the same size. I'm gonna do like this, and then I'll put this. On the first one, I will do this from here, slider. On the second one, I'll put like this. Make sure everything aligned. If you go to view, you can display what we call a gradient line. So the gradient line will give you accurate. So they can be aligned the same square here. So I don't want them to be the one to look like a small fuse. Now what I did now, I create like this. I will duplicate this, duplicate, and then when I go to the first one, I'll delete this one here, I'll delete this one here, and I'll go to the second one. So I will delete this one here, and then I left for these two. I will duplicate these two. I will delete. I'll go to the first one, delete this one here, and then I'll come to the third one here, and I know I have this one here, so I'll put this one again here, and duplicate this one here. On here, I'll delete this one on this one here, and then I'll left for this on the third. So I'll move this one like someone's running, and then I'll delete. I'll duplicate because I don't want to go add another one. So I'll come on this one. I'll delete this one here, and I'll go to this one here. I'll move this one here, and then I will delete this one here. So I can create something like something follow him. So I can create, maybe I can go insert, and you can go to effect, yeah. So you can design something nice. If you take your time, you have all the component you need for you to create something nice, beauty. You can create like a wheel. I can make it more bigger, like a width. I can make it create like a wheel, and then we know that the color, and then I'll go back to here, move it, it look like a normal wheel, move a little bit. So now I'll put this thing here, and I'll copy this. I'll go to the second one, I paste it here, and I'll go to third one, I paste it here, third one, I paste it here, and maybe I can say it fall down. So we can go change the effect. We can say now it fall. Well, now that's where then we go to the transitions. I'm gonna first apply what we have so far on top here, like we see there. I just apply everything for all, and then it's applied to all. Now that's the first effect. We can say, okay, let's try to see character to see what will change, and the after is still the same. So we say 00, and then comma, and then we'll make 10. And then we'll say apply to all. So this is going to apply to all the sliders. The more you play with time, the more it becomes like a real. If you have set the sections, everything you say, I want 1. So you don't need to say apply, because if you say apply, just say section, it automatically when you finish here, you press like this here. Like you see, I can put 5 here. It's applied already to there, but if it's applied all, it's applied everywhere. So now I'm gonna run this. Gonna be a little bit slow, and this gonna be faster. Now you can create any nice graphic design with this. If I go to the view, we have the first normal view, that's our normal view, and then we got outline view, and then you got the slide sort view. We can sort now, we can not view, we can review everything. And also we got a reading view. Now this is our reading view. On this case here, I can come here. There's other thing you can do. If I go display this one here, I can put the images, like let's say for marketing, I can come here, I can go to online, maybe about the car. Yeah, I can set a car, but maybe use it here. I put the car here. I'm gonna go to another one here. If you select the image, if you go to remove background, this can remove your background. You got this. You got mark. You can say I want to view this area. Remove. Like you see here, I have this red. And then I'm gonna go to keep it change. Now that's what you get. I get this car like this here. I can also go to another one here. Okay, you go. Sometimes the online come with a shape. The online image, mostly the online image come with shapes. So what you do, select this group of shapes, delete them, and just left for image. So I put like this, put like this, and I put like this. And then because I want to be in the background, and by format, I'm gonna go just select right click, select your shape, right click, and then go to format shape and black, and then I make it transparent so I can view my image. Yeah, that's what I can do. I can go change. I can also go change my line color, and this one I can maybe do like this. Program like Photoshop can remove a nice background. You can watch the video for Photoshop. So if you want to get this image is nice, if it's not your image, or you get then we go for presentation. As a presentation, you can say designing is showing a cars like here. Say our cars are nice and faster, and when they are run in the road, people mustn't stay. Now this can be a presentation of your cars. You can spend time, if you want to spend a lot of time on here on the cars, all you need to do is to play with your delay, because people want to see the cars, so you can put more after, so you must delay for after, and then you can move. So you must select the sections and then make sure you say I want 2 seconds for each of them, but I don't, this section is different, and I'll go to 1 second. This is our cars, and then we go this cars, and then we got this new car coming, and this good. And so if I go change this here, like let's say I'm gonna use this, look what this now does, it's gonna affect my stuff. I can choose now, go on the left side. So I will choose the section, I will choose a wipe, I choose wipe, and then I will choose wipe on the left, and I just apply from the sections. Okay, it's gonna look nice because the transition does not work nice. It depends on what you're doing. Some transition work on different graphic. To conclude, this effect work on different object. Depending on what you want to do. Some of this will be nice, like look here, if I apply this, and I will say apply this in section, select this section, apply this. When I go run my slideshow, look what happened. It's coming with everything, and it's good, and it's coming. So for presentation, this can be nice, the presentation. But if I want to run someone, I can't use that one. make it a little bit bigger. And I'll copy that shape, and go put another one. I'm gonna go to format, send, back. Yeah, I'll repeat the same thing all over. And once you run this, so what you get. And when you run and finish this one, this is what you get. As we said in the beginning, we've got a continued loop. Some of these ideas that I discussed in this project design something more beautiful than this one. As because the videos, we need to save time, we need to explain the tools, we need to explain, but there will be some project we will design in the future if you go to our YouTube. Thanks so much for watching this video. See you from the next video. Please do not forget to subscribe and leave your comment about the AYI video courses. Thanks. See you for the next one.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Kosa pesa mkosa nyoso nyoso liza ho. African Youth Inventions. Création, invention, perfection. Exigence, one condition, passe tempo. Original liza ho. African Youth Inventions. Création, invention, perfection.